Are you using this law to supersize and grow your business? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. I want to talk about a law today, a universal thing, a universal law that anyone and everyone can use. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. You can use this law to grow and build and supersize your business. You can use this law to create anything that you want. And this law, in alignment with our mental health focus this month and our mental well-being, is the law of attraction. Now, if you'd asked me 20, 25 years ago what the law of attraction was, I would have had a hard time even knowing what it was, as well as other universal laws. I think there's like 11 or 13 universal laws of how the universe works, whether we believe it or not. And the law of attraction is probably the most commonly understood one. It's the law that says like attracts like. Thoughts become things. What we think about comes about. What we think about, we create in our lives. And it applies to every area and aspect of our life, not just our mental health and well-being. But guess what? It starts there because it starts with a thought or an idea. Everything we see around us, I mean, absolutely every little thing started out as a thought or in someone's imagination. That's how creation works. So I want to share somebody's story about how they use the law of attraction to create what they wanted in their life and their business. And think about today how you might use it to enhance and grow and build and supersize your business. Knowing that what we think about happens, doesn't that kind of warn us that we better be a little careful about what we're thinking about and what we're focusing on and what we're paying attention to? If all we're paying attention to is the competition or something that's going on in the world that might not even affect us, like politics or something like that, and we bring that into our business, guess what? We can actually, and we've seen it time and time again, destroy what we've created. We can destroy our own businesses. And often it's what happens. So let me share Emily's story. I need a magnifying glass. Emily's an entrepreneur and she visualized her way to success. Emily dreamt of starting her own design studio. Despite little capital and no big name clients, she started each day by visualizing her ideal business, working with aligned clients, earning a 6-figure, now 7-figure income, and building a creative team. Instead of focusing on what she lacked, Emily channeled her thoughts into gratitude, optimism, and inspired action. She networked with purpose, shared her work authentically, and refused to give in to fear-based thinking. Within 18 months, her business exploded exactly as she had envisioned. Guess what? What we visualize, what we plan, what we practice, what we work on, what we focus on happens in our businesses and in our life. I have so many personal stories of the law of attraction working in my life. It's kind of mind-boggling and scary. One of my biggest ones is my sudden cardiac arrest. I didn't notice at the time, thus the sudden cardiac arrest, what I was thinking about. But after that event, and I was lucky enough to survive that, I spent a couple of years really unwinding and untangling and changing my life. And changing all of my habits and all of my thoughts and all of my beliefs. But I realized that the month leading up to that event, my thinking sucked. It didn't just suck a little. It was so bad, so negative, so false, that I honestly believe that it helped to trigger a cardiac arrest in me, because I had never even heard of a sudden cardiac arrest prior to having one. And I suppose I had, but I hadn't really paid attention to it. But somewhere in my subconscious, it knew that that is what I needed to say no to everything that wasn't for me, and to realize that I was more than capable of figuring out the stuff that had caused me to be in just this negative thought spiral that I didn't think I could get out of. Anyway, that's a personal story about that. So how can we use this to grow and build and supersize our business? What is a way that we can do that? Number one, it's as simple as paying attention to what we focus on. Why? Because what we focus on, what we think about, impacts our emotions, and our thoughts impact our behavior and our choices and the things we're even willing to see or not see. And that becomes our habits, and our habits create the results that we get. If you are confused or getting results that you don't like in any area of your business, it's time to stop, reflect, and say, well, what are we thinking about that as an organization? Are we thinking that the competition is kicking our butt day in and day out? Guess what? If we focus on that, the competition is going to keep kicking our rear day in and day out. If we think about how we are better than the competition and can serve certain group of the clients in our industry and in our market better, and we do that over and over and over again and get better and better and better at serving them, then we're going to start kicking the competition's rear, right? So the first thing we want to do is clarify what we want. What is it that we want for our business? Secondly, we need to visualize it daily. And you can start this out as a leader, or you can have a whole group of you and your team that does this together, which makes it exponentially more powerful and fast, by the way. Feel as if it's already true for your organization. Believe in your heart that it's already true. Visualize with as many senses as you can. I personally used to think I was terrible at visualization, and then I realized that we all think in pictures, all of us. So we're all actually experts at visualization. Our brain takes what we see in a picture and translates it into words or language or other ways to communicate, but it already sees everything in pictures. Take inspired action. When we get an inkling to do something or call someone or ask a question or go to a seminar or read a book or whatever it might be, listen to a song, go for a drive, go for a walk, we need to take and do that inspired thing, because we never know who we're going to meet along the way. We never know what or where or who can help us to the next level of supersizing and growing our business. And then finally, let go of doubt and control and know that it's going to happen for you. If you focus on it, if you believe it, you will find the ways to make it happen. It absolutely positively will. So, love to know if you have a great law of attraction story. I actually listen to an app every day, a meditation and hypnosis and affirmation app every day that is called Believe. Why? Because I love it, and it's based on the law of attraction, and that what we think about, what we focus on, we can bring about in our life. So whenever I have a challenge or a problem and I do an annual challenge, I listen to the related affirmations, hypnosis, and meditations daily as we're going through that. So right now I'm listening to all kinds of them on mental health and well-being. Last month I was listening to all of them on contributing to the world, making the world a better place, being an example, etc. All the ones about contribution, etc. And I don't even know what next month. I think next month's emotional, so I'll listen to all the emotional ones. So see, we always be creating what we want by using the tools that will give us the habits that create the results that we want. All right, if I can help you in any way, hit me up and ask. Otherwise, make it an amazing day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.